Spaceman, Netflix. Adam Sandler. He's out in space. He's very ambitious. He is what is it? What's his ethnicity again? He doesn't even try to
I think in the book, yeah,
Czech.
Czech.
Czech,
Yeah.
right? He's Czech.
Yeah.
Bruce? Did you notice a Czech accent from Adam Sandler, or is it just Adam Sandler speaking?
I mean, do you have to have the accent of the country in everything that you watch?
Okay. Bruce Purkey is starting to.
They're speaking English.
He's starting to defend Spaceman, which I understand because a lot of people on our cinematic Facebook group really enjoyed this movie. There are a couple of people who were actually on my train. Most of that train is like Silver Streak with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Everyone's on the Silver Streak train. Okay, they're with Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder. They're all loving Spaceman. The middle class film class crew. They kindly defended it. Bruce might defend it in a second, but again, check cosmonaut Adam Sandler. He's out in space. He's trying to go to Jupiter, or maybe that song Drops of Jupiter. He's trying to find something behind that. There's what is that? That little purplish thing in the sky. He's trying to find out some of the mysteries.
Like a dust cloud.
Dust cloud, very good. Yeah. Eric, did you see Spaceman as well?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, good. Eric, you saw that. You saw Spaceman. Thank you. Okay. So he's trying to find thank you for trying to find the dust cloud. What he finds, not a spoiler, is a spider. The spider's not named Wilson. The spider is not named Spidey, just a big spider. There's a spider, there's Adam Sandler, they bond, they talk about life. Spider's trying to get the cosmonaut to think about his life and his past life and his lack of connection with his wife, played by Carey Mulligan. Cuts to the ship, and it cuts to Carey Mulligan's life on Earth, and there is a disconnect there. And while he's trying to connect to space, there's a disconnect with him and his wife. That is the premise of Spaceman. Is it a great movie? Who knows? Eric, let's see what you think about this Netflix film, Spaceman.
I thought it was pretty, I guess, soothing might be a word for it.
Soothing.
So I started listening to the audiobook on this, and I didn't get very far, mostly because I wasn't quite a fan of how it was written. And I don't know if it was written in a different language, translated to English. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I was first interested in this when the trailer came out, because there's a book I do love called Project Hail Mary. And when I saw the trailer, I thought that it was a trailer for Project Hail Mary, and they changed the name. Quickly found out that's not the case. A lot of both listening to the book, which I eventually bailed on because I just wasn't getting into it, and watching the movie. When Project Hail Mary comes out, there's going to be a bunch of superficial similarities that it will be compared with this, but the stories are quite different. This one's more of like a meditation on relationships. With the spider asking questions, and then Nutella product placement, because it's an Adam Sandler movie and you have to have product placement in there somewhere. First of all, like, the music was really soothing. Love that.
Max Richter, very good. Max Richter is very good composer.
Kind of what we were talking about with the Yorgos Lanthimos. The acting is very stylized. What are you thinking, skinny man?
Right.
Not thinking of anything. Are you like they all sound kind of like really quiet and whispery.
Yeah, Paul Dano is the voice of the spider.
This movie's like ASMR. Like, if you're having trouble sleeping, like, I'm putting this movie on tonight to kind of relax and conk out early. As far as like what it says in the main story, I'm not quite loving it. It does the hey, my husband's doing this very important thing that affects all of us could affect all of us on Earth, could affect the solar system. And my husband, for whatever reason, has to go and do it. And I'm going to jeopardize the mission by being overbearing, complaining wife. The character that I hate in any movie, and the fact that it's a plot point in this, is kind of annoying. But yeah, the ASMR aspect of it, I love. The relationship stuff, kind of, I can take it or leave it, which is unfortunate because that's kind of the whole movie. I think I might end up I didn't hate this movie quite like you do, Greg. Spoiler alert. I think I might lean more towards your side of the coin on this.
Bruce, you know what? When they put something like on a time capsule, right? You bury it, so maybe future generations can unearth it, and maybe it's like, what, I don't know, 2001: A Space Odyssey, maybe Kubrick's Barry Lyndon, whatever, just time capsule stuff, right? Spaceman and its script should have been shot into space and maybe blown up. I don't know. I think, or maybe just forgotten. I know there are a lot of people who love this movie. There's zero. I gained nothing from this movie whatsoever. Am I overreacting? Bruce, tell me something great.
Well, you're also a misanthrope, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm also a
Yeah.
misanthrope. This movie really, I was gonna say it sucks, you know what? But that's disrespecting the you know what. Bruce, what do you think about Spaceman?
Well, first of all, you're a known arachnicist, so we know you hate arachnids.
I do. I
That's
do hate
very
arachnids.
much
Did you?
known.
Hey, Bruce, do you remember why I hate spiders? Do you remember?
No,
You
I
don't know
just
the story, right?
assumed that.
You assumed that thing. Okay, don't be, you know what they say, okay, assuming UCLA, I'm in my apartment, get bitten by a spider. Okay, I don't turn into Peter Parker. My face is all puffed up. I had to go to the urgent care. They had to drain the abscess from my face, just all of the spider bites. I was urgent care because, and I'm not kidding. That's a and, and
Well,
I
you're not
think
supposed to rub Nutella into the wound. You're
right.
supposed to clean.
I was rubbing Nutella on my spider abscess and all that stuff.
Okay, we're
It,
uncovering some things here.
it was a
Okay,
memory from
okay. No, this is good, skinny man.
from my
We're
UCLA.
getting places.
But I
I
do
like
like
what's happening here.
I will say
Shh,
I will
it's
say
okay.
this.
It's okay. It's okay.
I,
It's
I do
okay.
kill spiders whenever I see them, even the
No,
smallest
that's the
spiders.
wrong choice.
I'm a
First of
spider
all,
killer.
we don't like to be touched.
Very good, very good. That is a line from the Spider, aka Paul Dano or Dano from the movie. Bruce, tell me something great about Spaceman. Please form some kind of rebuttal on this.
Well, I mean, once again, if you're not into the story, you're not into the style. I mean, that is going to be hard to surmount. And this is a very, as Eric has pointed out, it's a very slow, vibey kind of movie. I think
Generic, maybe? Generic?
no, I don't think so because I haven't
Really?
seen a whole lot of space movies quite like this. I mean, I've seen a couple, like maybe Silent Running kind of is in a similar vein. I think this is
Solaris?
almost to me. No, well, maybe I
Relationships?
could see some close comparison. I think it's more compared to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think it kind of fits into that category a little bit more. So here's a few things I like about it. First of all, the fact that the the two main plot points of this are Hanush, respect his name. It's Hanush. It's
Right,
not
the
Mr.
spider.
Spider.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, he
But
calls
anyway,
him skinny man. And
yes.
I think that was supposed. I think that was in the book too. Might have been. Well,
I was
sorry.
figuring it
Go-
was
go.
in Sandler's contract that he had to have something calling him skinny hell the whole
That,
movie.
that probably what drew him to the script.
Yeah. And I like the fact that basically this could be seen as the fever dream caused by insomnia from a broken toilet on a spaceship. That could be the entire movie. The fact that the the spider loves to hold on and is soothed by the toilet as it's breaking down. I like that. I like the way that they really play with the commercialization of space travel and of this trip. I mean, it's not really the science that they're interested in. It's beating the South Koreans, and they got to make sure that like, oh, he sees this giant creature. He can't explain even to them what he's seeing, because they might think he's mad, which he might be mad. So he uses the the sanitizing agent for the spaceship, which is called Bomba, and he basically has to do an ad for it. There's a lot of little like sly stuff like that in there that I really enjoyed, and I bought into the relationship stuff too. I enjoyed it. I liked it quite a bit.
That is
I
very
think
cool.
it's whether you like the vibe or not. Honestly, if you're not into the vibe, this is just gonna be the most boring thing you've ever seen.
I
I mean,
I should point out when I was saying soothing, I meant soothing like, oh, I can go to sleep now. Not like boring, but like the
no, I got
kind
that
of
too.
like when you hear like really soft music or like a cool breeze blows across your face on a hot sunny day like that, laying in a hammock. Like this is the kind of movie like I could put on and I'm not too concerned with what's going on the screen. I'm just kind of letting it wash over me and then just take a nice
Maybe
relaxing nap.
this is Prince of Tides, but Barbara Streisand's a space spider.
There you go.
Well, okay, Spaceman. A couple of things, caveats for me, a little couple of asides. I love Netflix movies. I usually give them really good reviews. Love them. Love Adam Sandler as an actor and a performer. Love most of his movies that I've seen. I still get emotional watching the third act of what is it? That movie Click? Is that movie Click? Really, just
Oh,
love.
that is great.
Yeah, Click is
I
great.
love that.
He's so good. Adam Sandler is really just one of my favorites. Okay, Uncut Gems. We don't have to list all that stuff. Spaceman for me, just from every single minute. I don't know. I was not in a bad mood. I tried to actually accept this movie into my being, and for some reason, it really did not compute for me. None of this movie. I just thought it was a waste of time. The relationship to me was hackneyed. The immersion that you're supposed to feel in space. I don't know. I've seen, but most of the other space movies I've seen had me more immersed than this film. For me, I'm giving this a generous rating of 0 out of 5 stars. So I just really hated the movie. And again, respect.
Zero. It was at least in focus, Greg. Come on, you gotta give it a
Okay, I'll give it negative
point
0.5.
for that.
I'm gonna lower it to negative 0.5, but you know what? Zero. It's a 0 out of 5 for me. I just didn't get it, Spaceman. I understand what it's trying to go for, but it was a huge blunder of a movie. But again, I'm in the huge minority in this. I think most people really enjoyed Spaceman. Eric, your rating.
Yeah, it was. It looked really pretty. I love the sound design, the music. It was really soothing. I guess the stuff Bruce brought up about
Relationship.
my
Relationship.
brain
The theme.
sucks. The
Commercialism?
we're doing the bond, like turning everything into an advertisement during a mission.
Demonetization. The
Yeah.
commodification of it.
Like
Yeah.
that stuff was clever, but they didn't really dive too deep into any of that. Mostly this is just going to be a YouTube ASMR video for me, and that has its place, and I will probably use it, as that tonight. I'll probably give but as like a movie, probably 2.5. Like if it wasn't so soothing, this didn't have a whole lot for me, and the stuff that it did have is kind of stuff that I'm usually annoyed by in movies, specifically the relationship, hey, you're trying to save humanity, but what about me? It's like, really?
This is yeah.
Can we get over yourself until he gets back? And can we at least do that?
Spaceman was a space dud for me. I'm glad you gave it 2.5, Eric. I can't believe it. Look, I'm glad that Bruce has got to say some really great. He had some great stuff to say about Spaceman. Bruce, what is your rating?
I was going to go 4 stars, but because it's so aggravating to Greg, I'm going to go 4.5 stars.
4.5. Bruce, 4.5 stars for Spaceman. Are you kidding me on this? That is
Same rating
amazing.
as Poor Things.
Wait, did this movie?
Did I say 2.5? I meant 4 stars. I'm giving it 4
Oh, no,
stars.
don't do that. Put it back. Put it back. Put it 2.5, Eric, please. So I can actually give it a.
I'll split the difference. 3 stars. We'll go 3
stars.
stars.
You got to go 3 stars. You got to recommend the movie. Well, because of the ASMR stuff.
The more I'm thinking of it, like just looking at that purple dust cloud, just listening to the music, and then Paul Dano going, "Go to sleep, skinny man," or "Go to sleep, skinny human." I'm like, "Yes, I will." Paul Dano, Spider.
Horrific. Bruce, did that third act really resonate with you, Spaceman? Did those final moments? Did that touch you as a human being?
It touched me with all 8 arms.
I cannot believe this. Okay, so Bruce,
Can we?
Spaceman
Greg,
or Gravity? Spaceman or Gravity?
Oh,
Well, they're different. Gravity's like a action survival movie.
Oh, okay.
I like Gravity.
Really? Okay. So I just
So probably the same rating.
okay.
So-
Different movies.
I know you hate this movie. You gave it 0 stars. Can we at least agree that Paul Dano's voice is amazing?
Yeah.
Like, imagine he has any other dialogue that you like.
No.
Just
He's amazing.
Hearing that voice just kind of wash over you. And it's like, chills.
Good voice. The score I was fine with. I like Max Richter as a composer. Adam Sandler, I love to see him. I love Carey Mulligan. I love seeing them. If you actually turn down the volume, this movie's 4 stars for me. But there are words and there's an execution or lack thereof of a story. When there is volume involved in Spaceman, it goes from a 4 to a 0. Straight 0 for me.
I mean,
Okay,
it would
so
have been scientifically accurate because you can't hear in space.
Right. All right. Well, look, Eric is now recommending Spaceman at a mild recommendation 3, 4.5 for Bruce. And I'm giving it a big fat 0. That is on Netflix. Love you guys over at Netflix. Love most of the stuff again. And I love Adam Sandler.